What's up, people? You're watching a clip from the WRESTHINGS podcast. Make sure you follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and give us a 5-star review. By the Mandem, for the Mandem.
Even speaking on Black Champions, obviously, this is the match where I was low on. Willow versus Julia Hart. But I know Julia Hart's injured, but it was nice to see Willow, get her moment as well.
Did Mone interrupt or anything?
Yeah, Mone came out there and she did the whole. Oh, I'm gonna have a whole discussion about Mercedes. I'm not liking her in AW. I'm not.
Is she injured? Why is she just looking at screens all the time?
I think she's injured.
This is their fault.
That's such a WWE thing.
I'll be honest with you. Like, no disrespect. I don't think. Anyway, Moné's...
She's mediocre.
I don't think it's her. I think she's been miscast. I think she's been miscast. She's been because I think she's been miscast. I think because I feel like her presentation is very much like we were just talking about. She feels like a fish out of water. It's like you're going like AEW's a promotion where I feel like a lot of the people get over just by like less is more. And Mercedes is coming out, not only doing, she's doing like a man, somebody will be cutting like an impassionate promo, you're coming out, you're doing the whole entry, like, bruv, just walk to the ring. Just walk. And this is just walk to the ring. It's the, and this is the thing about it, we talk about audiences. Me, what I watch AEW for is simplicity. I watch it for naturalism. And for me, Mercedes feels like a fish out of water. You feel like she's very much, and she's still, and we know this because she's still got her head writer from WWE writing her promos. You can hear it. You can hear the promos feel wooden.
It's for the ego.
They feel wooden. They feel.
Who's going to be the person to pull her up about it? Because, again, there can be a writer, there can be Mercedes, but they're both being paid by one person.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So if things aren't being done correctly, someone needs to pull her up about it.
Yeah.
Like, for me, this was a stunt. Like, let's show off. Like, because they said she's been on payroll since January. You've rolled her out in March. She still can't wrestle until May. So why have we brought her out so early? You didn't start watching Mercedes today. No. You know what she's about for how many years now on TV. Person. You know what her strengths are, you know what her weaknesses, and you know why you signed her. So to put her on TV, 2 months before she's ever going to wrestle a match, how was she ever going to fill like 8 weeks of TV with her weakness?
Yeah, it's madness.
I thought they've got her moaning on screen.
TV. She could have stayed at the monitor for extra 2 months and get
They've got to do it moaning spaces
that's what CEOs
on TV.
do. They're just
even that CEO thing. I don't know how it's going to translate in terms of wrestling.
Drop it.
What, the gimmick? Nah, I don't think you dropped the gimmick.
This year, like obviously when she got debuted, it made sense because obviously it was back in her hometown. But I think what we could have, because I think one of the points we said last week was that did Mercedes Moné come in too early?
Yes,
and you're right, she did come in too early. I just felt like they could have like at least weighed it out and brought it in. But obviously the Boston and the team.
What's the name of the pay-per-view again?
What's the place? Massachusetts.
Boston.
Big business.
Big business.
It
It just made sense.
It's for that. It made sense. But I just feel like they could have at least, I don't know,
Waited.
pushed it down a bit.
Well, even if she just came for that appearance and then said, "Yeah, I'm going to be back in time."
What Osprey done?
I'll be back in time.
I'm going to finish off commitments. I've got a film with Marvel next week. Once I finish that shoot,
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Yeah,
and when I'm back, I'm coming for the women's title.
Facts. Come and chat some CEO-ish. Like, I'm here, I'm AEW, I'm all elite, but I've got to go do a film. I need to go collect some money from this country.
I need to go chill with Snoop Dogg and work on this new
I need to
single.
go finish my rap album. Yeah, and then when I'm finished, I'll be back for you lot. And make it seem like that could be even part of her heel turn. Because from day one, sort of, you start kind of, laying the seeds for that.
My worst nightmare for Mercedes Moné is for her to like actually have a match now and these audiences are literally hating it and they don't like the match.
No. They want. She's too good for that.
Fans turn quickly.
They do.
Yeah.
If they're not satisfied with a match, they're gonna let her know. It's simple.
They will, but Mercedes got enough credit in the bank where we know, I trust her to have a good match.
That's fine.
You're right, but I think she's turning heel now. Hence why she comes
She's
out
heel.
when Willow's celebrating. She's turning heel now. The chances are she probably takes the belt off Willow at Double or Nothing, which is gonna, rile people up to some degree that, she's just come in, she's taking the belt on her first match or whatever the case is. So yeah, they're looking at all of that. I don't doubt they're counting all of that, but I just feel like it was just maybe, I don't know if this was a reaction to Jade Cargill, but there is previous with, AEW, like Jay White. They signed Jay White, put him on TV immediately with no plan. Like, and it feels like the same thing.
I think they just wanted the Boston pot. They wanted that Boston arena filled.
That's what I said.
Is that worth it now in hindsight? Is that worth it now that like circles have started talking about, oh, what is she doing? She's
No.
not living up to it, like.
No, like no,
but it hasn't been. So that's what I mean. Like,
so obviously, I think the filling that, but like if they did it like the way they did Osprey, and now she's coming and her dip, that's fine. I don't think it was a thing where it's like they're trying to be reactionary. I thought it was a thing was like they're trying to fill the building, because if you notice, AEW ticket, and the reason why they tried to fill the building is because AEW ticket sales are down.
So it's just a one-off because it hasn't been sustained.
We'll see.
And I feel like fans are too impatient. Just the fans, I think, just don't let things cook.
No, yeah.
Just let it cook. Let it cook. Because if they can do it for Saraya and Paige, who's been injured for 10 million years, and like, woo, Paige, Saraya, whatever her name is now, they can do it for. But I feel, if I'm being honest, when it comes to certain type of wrestlers, people are harsh. They're very harsh. So let her heal. Because every time she gets to get injured, let her heal and let her have a good run, and then see. Let her wrestle, and then we can judge her.
Yeah. I just don't know if you get that luxury in AEW.
Fair enough.
I don't know if you get that luxury.
But then again, people are giving that same sort of chat about Jay Cargill. They just went out saying, "Oh, how she was on a bump, she's doing this," but bro, she's working.
Like, that's the thing.
A video came out after of her taking a bump. So why didn't no one say nothing about that? Like, Jay Cargill is literally developing on the go at WWE.
What's your point?
I'm just saying people are giving the same thing. I'm just comparing
people
not letting her cook.
Oh, people not letting Mercedes cook.
No, people not letting Jay Cargill cook. I'm just comparing with what she's saying.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I think, yeah, I agree.
Braun Strowman had 7 matches before he came to the main roster. So if they can give Braun Strowman whatever.
I think. Do you know? I think the reason why I can say for Moné is only because, and how the independents look at things is.
Who's independent?
The independent scene of wrestling. I think everyone accepts everything. What you've done in WWE, what you've done here, what you've done here, what you've done here. Right? WWE, they kind of shone all of that up, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Now they're acknowledging it a lot more because of Cody's coming in. So what I'm trying to say is that now, what it's looking like is that, and to be honest with you, Moné should just still be cooking, because from all of that, that should be able to carry her on, if that makes sense.
She's got enough pedigree in the bank.
So I don't really think there's anything you need to necessarily change. You're right. I think she just needs to cook a little bit more, be that bad bitch, and just talk crap. Because that's what Sasha Banks did in NXT. That wicked bitch needs to come back.
The thing is, you're making a valid point, but I think what the problem is, if something is not connecting, the problem is with whatever Mercedes is doing on AEW TV. So when she first came, it was great. We were finally happy to see the big boss, the CEO in AEW. But from week to week, it seems like we're just getting regurgitated bullshit from her. Nothing is landing. It genuinely feels forced, and it doesn't feel like we're getting like what we got from Mercedes in New Japan is not what we're getting in AEW. It genuinely feels like we're getting what we were supposed to get a WWE run. We're getting it in AEW, and it feels fucked.
Yeah.
And I genuinely feel like, okay, cool. She's come first. She's come in Boston. She's done her one-time thing. If she had went away and then come back ready in time to be able to, like, the CEO's back, and my first court of order is Willow. You fucked him up. You're the reason why I couldn't come back earlier than I wanted to. That TBS title, by orders of the CEO, by orders of Big Bank Moné, we're taking that title from you. Then, we could have cooked, do you know what I mean? But when each week, you're coming in, you're doing your little dance, you're wearing your dresses, when everybody here is just ready to wrestle. It feels very forced. Yeah. And then one week, you're doing a backstage interview whilst people are like cutting raw promos, and you're cutting like a WWES promo, and then you're on the floor moaning like you're Akira Asaki. Come on, man.
What's up, people? You're watching a clip from the WRESTHINGS podcast. Make sure you follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and give us a 5-star review. By the Mandem, for the Mandem.